Happy Friday, Clinton County, Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. Um, First, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there who are getting it done, whether with your significant other or by yourself, especially to the ones who are doing it by themselves, because we know what's up. Or any parent that's done it by themselves. I got to tell you, um, these days, these special significant days, um, for like moms and dads. I got to be honest with you. Uh, Growing up, I didn't. It's not something that I really. Well, my siblings may have, off and on. I don't know, but I really didn't because my sibling or my parents were never around to wish them, happy Mother or Father's Day. So I had nanny who stepped up and became the backbone like no other. If anyone like truly knows what it's like to play both roles, you know, um, it's not easy. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do because whether you're a man or a woman, you don't know how to be the opposite. So um, I always say to those parents who choose make a conscious choice to not physically be involved with their children as much as they can. Um, that's simply your loss. Because I promise you, those kids will grow into young men and women, and they will look at you and disrespect, and you'll know it. You'll see it. You'll feel it. I know my parents did. Um, you know, Respect is earned, and if you don't think kids know deep down in their hearts who's taking the punches and who's getting it done, well, you've sadly mistaken because um, they broke the mold with my grandmother. So um, I'm going to speak to something that's the young man that was killed and the sentencing that just took place here in Clinton County. Um, it's appalling. It's disgusting. Um, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to play both sides of this sword. Some people can do it, and some people can't, and I respect those who can't. I can. Um, I don't know. No one other than a parent knows what it's like to lose a child. That's other than the parent who has lost a child. I hope and pray that never happens to me. I hope I leave this world before my children, um, as it's supposed to be. Um, so I've looked at a lot of comments that and what really kills me is that I'm reading comments from people that the hypocrisy is just seeping from them. One of them has 3 DUIs that I know of, and bashing, the drunk girl who um, hit and ran. Um, how many of you have gotten behind the wheel of a car when you shouldn't have? I have, um, and a lot of people have. How many of you to this day? I quit drinking some time ago. So, how many of you to this day still do it and have just got lucky as hell for something bad not to happen? Well, up until the day I quit, that'd be me. Um, so, while I think the sentence was an absolute farce, but then again, look who it's coming from. I mean, this is Judge Ruddick is he's light on pedophiles and he's light on drunk drivers who kill people. Now, I guess that's 57 months. Under 5 years, I think they could do something like it's called judicial release. She'll probably be out in 180 days. That's pathetic. I mean, it's disgusting. Um, but before you strap on the hypocrisy belt and start, oh, she was drunk, she left the scene. Well, a lot of you have been drunk too, and you've gotten behind the wheel of a car, drunk, stoned, or high on meth, um, one or the other, and you've just been lucky to 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 make it home without killing yourself or someone else. I mean, this should be a grand wake up call for a lot of people, but it won't be. It won't be. There's dumbasses roaming this street right now that I know that has 8 DUIs and still gets behind the wheel of a car. How does that happen, Judge Ruddick? How in the actual F does that happen? I mean, I will tell you now, go to Europe and try that shit. First go around, your ass is done. You're not driving for a year in some states. That's why you see a lot of bicycles parked outside pubs. It's little story. I don't know the Marine. I don't know the Marine. I don't know the family. The story was told by a senior Marine that does know the individual this happened to. So impaired, that could be tired, drunk, stoned, what have you, anything that's taking your ability to properly operate a motor vehicle, to be behind the car when you shouldn't be. So this Marine was doing the Jacksonville 500. We call it the Jacksonville 500 because there's not a single time in the world that I ever went on a 96 leaving Campbellsview, North Carolina, and coming back and at least seeing 2, 3, 4, 5 Marines in the freaking ditch, like what in the head, like, ooh, that fell asleep at the wheel. Well, this Marine made it home. Pulled his car in the garage. Next morning, going to formation. He's backing out. His wife runs out to runs him out his lunch, and apparently she collapsed at the steps, and she couldn't even speak. She just kept pointing at him or the car. He didn't know. And he gets out and he runs to his wife, and she's still pointing, grabbing her mouth. And he turns around and there's a child stuck in his grill that had been there all night. So he had gotten tired. He apparently slept right through it. He wasn't drunk. He didn't drink. Trust me, I'm pretty sure CID and NCIS went through all that shit to tell if he had been drinking. He had not been drinking, had not been taking. He was just completely and absolutely totally tired, and woke up with a child stuck in his grill. So, cars are weapons, man. I mean, they really are. I mean, I pray and thank God every single day that the few times that I got behind the wheel when I shouldn't have, I was lucky enough to make it home. I've seen judges get behind the wheel of the car when they've been drinking more than they should have. Watched it with my own two eyes, going from the golf course to the car to BW3s and then back out in the car. I've heard of the stories of cops saying, "Oh, we can't mess with those people. If we pull them over, we just got to keep it quiet." That's the stupid shit that happens here in Wilmington, Ohio. Which that's pretty sad. That's disgusting, is what that is. If I get caught drinking and driving, I get racked up, just like I have. I have a DUI. I know what it's like. It's embarrassing as hell. But you know what? I paid my dues and I learned my lesson. It's I don't know. It's 57 months. I mean, wow. It's disgusting. But for those who say, just talk about the drunk driving piece and the stop. Most people that I see commenting, I know for a fact I've seen in bars here locally and have more than likely gotten behind the wheel of a car when they shouldn't have. Period. And there's a family that's never going to see their son ever again because of someone who chose to do exactly that. And Do I think do I think it's going to haunt that girl the rest of her life? I know it will. I know it will. She is going to on every day it's gonna be on her mind. Um, it's gonna hit her when she's not expecting it. Every time she has a birthday, because this happened on her birthday, um, she's going to remember it. She's going to wonder about the family. She's going to wonder about the friends, cousins. Um, yeah. So uh, people pay in different ways, I guess. Uh, but I hope the family is successful in their appeal to get more time, because that is I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. This judge needs to he needs to be in jail. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. If there's so many people that are saying I bet he was paid off. I bet he was paid off. And oddly enough, there was a friend of mine whose lawyer came to him one time and said, "Well, the judge said if you got his money, you can get out of this." I don't doubt it. Nothing nothing surprises me. The man's a liar. I can prove it. I can show you. Um, uh, and reckless, and God only knows uh, the shit that's gone on in that courthouse under that man's reign. Sue me. Take me to fucking court. I dare you. Sue me. Dot dot dot. Sue me. These people are the scum of the earth. That's my opinion, and and again, I'm shocked that Daryl and I don't have 4 or 5 CPOs filed against us by these slivering little timid officials who don't like mean things said about them. Ooh, he said something bad about me online. Go tell mommy. It's not bad. It's true, and that's the fact of the matter. They don't want their name being thrown in this bowl of truth, in this bowl of disgust, and this. I mean, it's absolutely. Stand by. I'll simplify. God bless.